Okay, guys, we should be live. Um, Alexa, stop. I'm just adjusting the camera so it's probably more level. Give me a second, guys. I had it set up something else the other day, but okay. So can you all hear and see me okay? If you can, let me know if the audio and the video is good in the chat. Lean to the camera just a little bit now. Awesome. So, hope everyone had a good Christmas and a good New Year. First live stream of 2024, so it's going to be a good one. Caden King, hello. Red Knight, hi. Hi to Minecraft Transformers. We've also got Kingpin Creations, Ben, and Tegan are in the chat, and Matthew's there. So awesome. Um, so I put a poll out a few days ago, and I asked for suggestions for today's Fusion live stream. Where we're going to fuse some characters, and I've taken a couple of the suggestions because a few people suggested more than one, so I tried to keep it a nice balance between what people have selected. So I've picked a couple of the suggestions in that, and I'm going to spin a random wheel spinner, which will show on screen. So I'll move the camera over in a minute. It's going to say who we're going to be drawing or what we're going to be fusing. It'll be one of the suggestions. I haven't tweaked it at all in the slightest. And then I'll get some reference images up and we'll start creating an illustration from it. This may go on to more than one live stream just because I want to try and focus on the quality of illustration this year. So if we mean to go on as we start on, this could be like a continuation part, but like do the sketching and the inks today, depending on how long it takes. Maybe the colors next time and the lighting afterwards. But the idea is I want to be able to wanted to be able to take the illustration and also give chance for people to ask questions at certain stages of it. So I'm trying to structure things a bit more to give you guys a bit more chance to ask what you want to ask and learn and do some things. So I just need to double check I've got enough of the suggestions on the list a minute. And then once that's done, I will put the camera over to the screen and we'll get that sorted. But let's see what we've got. Greetings, it's been a while. Hope you enjoy the holidays. Yeah, the holidays weren't too bad. Christmas was manic. New Year was a bit more quieter, and last week off I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, so that was just yeah. Ben suggested a Kevin 11 style fusion. I think you did. I think I've limited the fusions down a little bit though, because it may take a very long time to do it. I'm just going to load up the post with all the comments on there, just to double check if I need to add any more. So let's have a look. Final chance for anybody to put a comment on there now before I actually get into it. Red Knight says, I've been working on a book that's about my OC Dr. Virus, and I've put your redraw Dr. Virus in my book. That's cool. You've got the ability to do what you want with that redraw picture. So same for anyone else. If you want to print it, stick it into say your book that you're working on or something, um, then yeah, that's fine. You've got full rights to it. I just have the ability to use it on my posts and stuff, but you guys can print and mass produce it if you want to. Okay, so where is the comment? Oh, it's 2 days ago. 19 comments. Oh my God, there was a lot of comments, wasn't there? Oh, in case anybody's wondering, it's not my normal glasses. My eyes are a bit uh they're in flux at the moment. So I've had to get stronger glasses temporarily. So nice cheap, kind of like retro style glasses. Should be quite fun. But yes. Eamon, I don't know if you're in the chat, but welcome to the drawers. So welcome for joining the channel again. Yes, I saw your one, Red Knight, for Skeleton Mumra. Imagine Podcast does another demon flush of the art of demons. He might do. I don't know what he's going to be doing for his, but yeah, that could be quite interesting. Also, if you're new in the chat and you're a new subscriber in the last week or two, be sure to say hi. Um, we've had a nice little influx over the last week or so. It's quieting down now. Oh yeah, Ben put A Kevin 11 inspired amalgamation of pop culture heroes: Max Steel, Ben 10, Danny Phantom, Generator X, Batman, Spider-Man, Luffy, Chainsaw Man, Godzilla, Samus. That would be a lot to do. That that's more of a video one, I think, Ben. That's definitely probably the next time I do a fusion video. That one will be, some of that will be in that because that's got a few good ideas there, but I think that's a bit too much for a live stream. Welcome back, Evan Hart. I've never solved the Rubik's Cube except for breaking it apart, peeling the stickers off, and going again. Um, I know he's doing psychological thriller, demons and horror. Yes, he is for his next one, Ben. Which I did think of submitting something for that. Not really sure, but yeah. Okay, so we'll go with the ones that we've got. I think we've got about 14 of them. I try to go with the ones that are like two characters, uh, more than anything else. And there's so many suggestions. It was like, oh my God, some of you guys, I think Nico literally suggested probably about 20 suggestions. So I've selected a handful of them. The selections were at random. The actual one that we're going to get is at random. And then what we'll do is we'll start drawing after that. So just to be fair and just to think, I'm going to clear any previous results off it that I was testing around earlier. I'm going to then I'm going to shuffle the list so you guys can see. So it might be small on the screen, but we have our Wheel of Doom. Ignore the mess out over there on the camera a minute ago. So we're going to shuffle it a few times just to shuffle the list so it's completely random. So it's no particular order that we've got. And then we are now going to hit the button and see what we get. And the winner is either the Owl Lady from the Owl House and Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat. Okay, that's what we're going to fuse. I've got no idea about the second one, but it's going to be interesting. So let me get some reference pictures and we'll see what we come up with. Owen Hart, when did you submit? Oh, what for the Pokemon one? Um, can't think what you sent now actually. Right, let me just sort this out so I can literally get my Reese sorted. My kind of like two pictures that I'm going to use as references to then fuse together. The only drawback is when you're doing a live stream, sometimes the computer goes slow, which is, I had a green screen beforehand, but I managed to get rid of that. So we got rid of the green screen of death so far, touch wood. The fake one, Omen Heart, I haven't had a chance. I put them all into a file. I think we've had more submissions for that one than I've had in a while. There are quite a few submissions on that, which is really awesome. I was really excited to see that, and it'll work in really nice with some of what I'm doing. Galahad 19. I've done the spinny wheel, so it's what went on the spinny wheel. Um, Ida the Owl Lady and Cassie Cage. However, I did like the Naruto and Spawn idea, so I might do a spin-off of that or have that on another fusion one going forward. I do like both of those a lot, and it was on the list of things to go through. It was just a case of, unfortunately, Cassie Cage and uh, so Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat and Edith from the Owl House were the winners on this one. But yeah, that was a cool idea, Gavhan 19. But we'll have to do that another time because fair's fair in all this, as they say, in Love and War and in what we're doing. So I need an image of Cassie Cage. Okay, let's see. Where's a good image of comic book fans usually have good images. Okay, so that's good. And then we got this one. So let's do these. Yeah, it's slow like a snail in maple syrup, but which is a better analogy than slow like a, snail in salt. Yes. Oh, what form do we do for her? Hmm. Do we do her with her wings and her kind of like transformed form, or maybe the normal form? Maybe keep this simple and make it quite cool. So we could probably come up with a backdrop as well, which would be quite cool, like a concept. Let me just find a couple actual images of the character herself. I think that's a really basic one, but yeah, I could probably use that. Okay, I'm going to put the two references on the screen. I've got no idea what's going to happen with this fusion. I don't even have a pose in mind, but we will come up with something. And normally I'd use a reference for a pose, but I think I'm gonna freestyle it a bit. Um, Gaha19 says, so what kind of planes do I have for the new year? I didn't get a plane for Christmas or New Year. I'm sad. Wanted a private jet. No, the plans that I've got for Christmas and New Year, uh, I tend to go with the flow, but I have got a few. So I wanted to get ahead with the art. So I'm going to focus more on content over time this year. I want to do a few. I've got a few things with the shorts and stuff to do, and a few more fusions happening. But I've got a few plans to do different style of shorts, or work on maybe a personal illustration in the background and drop that as a time lapse, or do that as a Patreon only type thing or some members only thing. Um, just to drop that and basically just try and improve my art, my content more. Um, I did try AI art as an experiment. I'm just trying new things. I did try AI voice, but that didn't down too well in the last My Hero Academia's Kaiju episode that we did. So I put that poll out and everyone's like, yeah, just don't use them again. So for now, I'm looking into AI voices if it will help with if I'm not well and stuff. But obviously, it can't do my narrator voices that I do. So it'll be quite a interesting to see what happens. But for the next couple of videos, there's not going to be any sign of any AI, so it's all good. Um, then like it says, is this Wednesday I go to try and make my Dr. Burrow into a 3D model. That'd be quite cool. And Ben says, so eventually, are you going to have the Kaiju Jaeger narrator drawn to join the team, or just have them from the separate team? I'm not sure if they're joining the team yet, but I do have a couple of the characters that I need to draw. So I am thinking of if I can get, depending on the episode for the video release and the story, I might be able to drop the drawing of like Velocity Raptor, maybe one or two of the other narrators and the kid and stuff into one. I don't know if I'm going to. I haven't worked out all the little nuances for it yet, but once I do, I will be. Eminhart, I read some of it. I've gotten a bit further than I have before, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm not. I'm holding off until I've caught up with it because I've been reading a lot of comics. I even read Solo Leveling again as well. The Solo Leveling Warrior because they brought out that on Crunchyroll, so I wanted to refresh my mind on it all. So I might do a fan art piece of that at some point. Um, Joanna says, which form of Eden cloth fawn are you going to use? Recommend Harpy. I don't know. I know we've got the Harpy Eden form, and we've got the normal form with the owl one. I'm not entirely sure which one we're going to go for yet. Um, Tell you what, you guys let me know in the chat. Do you want her owl form or her normal form? Either way, it's going to be kind of tied into what we're drawing. Um, Fusion between DBC under 18 and Maid Samaga. that that would be interesting. Minecraft, put that on the comments or message me that because I put that on the list. Yes, there's no name for the steampunk narrator. There's no name for the Jaeger narrator. There's no name for the kaiju narrator. There's no name for the kid, but the kid. There's a few I've got to add names to, which would be quite cool. Harpy, we've got one of them. Yeah, Galahan 19. I picked a generic one that wasn't too bad to test it out. I may reserve it for smaller snippets or certain aspects. Obviously, the narrators have all got their own nuances in their voice, which would be a bit thingy. The Caden King says a Harpy Ida. Anybody else got a few for Ida? Red Knight says, I've done some of AI. I'm not really good with writing, so I left the AI to do the writing for me. Fair enough. No, because what I've got is I've got the FNAF Jaegers in one universe, and we've got My Hero Academia Kaijus, and that's currently they're not in the same universe. So technically, I've got two narrators. Whether it's one narrator that'll go across those universes, I haven't really decided, but I also have to create other narrators. I'm going to do a couple pose concepts just while we're waiting, keep things going. For the character, and then we'll do. I'll do a normal pose first. So basically, there are two ways you can do poses, but it depends on what you've got available to you in your application. On Procreate, I kind of do the sketching form, or you could do the block solid silhouettes. Silhouettes give you a better idea of the structure and the pose, and if it works really well, quicker. But drawing this can give you a bit more freedom with it. It's kind of, there's two nuances, so it's kind of a bit tricky to do. Red Knight says, I wonder what your OCs did for their New Year party. They got very drunk and they had a good time. I don't actually know. I'll have to do a story where they have a New Year's party at some point. Uh, when are we going to see the steampunk narrator again? Somewhere this year. I am going to do another episode. I was looking back and I thought, yeah, that'd be quite cool to do one. I just need to figure out when I can do it or when I will be doing it. This might be a better pose, actually. So, no. I mean, the head and the pose can move slightly, but I'm just trying to get a basic structure and pose. So, anybody get anything cool over Christmas and that? I got this rather fun Fall Guys light from my youngest, and I got a really nice comfy throw that I've been using for my eldest. Um, but yeah, I got a cool Fall Guys little thing, and it lights up, and it's motion censored. So when you go past it, when it goes off, like it goes past, it just lights up, and it's really cool. And there's a series of them, so I'm really enjoying that. That should have the lights on in the background. I know it's behind me, but it's on the shelf with the rest of the characters. So that's all cool. Guy and I think this happy eater, and then maybe turn the king into Cassie's little drone or something. Maybe we'll see on that part. I mean, I do want to do a proper illustration with it, so it'll be quite interesting. Ben says it would be cool to have Krampus create 7 kaiju to destroy the multiverse based on horror. That would be quite cool, actually, on those ones. Oh, Kingpin Creations! You got the promise of things, but it hasn't arrived yet. Damn. Oh, congrats on your Venomized Digital Circus getting 10K views. That's insane. I don't know how you did it, to be honest. I don't know how you got that much traction on it, but well done. I'm only saying that because obviously YouTube's not pushing everything out as much as it did a couple of years back. So it's amazing. I'm not knocking it. I just don't know how you did it. If you let us know the secret, then you can join the inner circle. No, but in all seriousness, congratulations. It's amazing to see your videos get sort of like 4 or 5K on the first one and then 10K on the second one. That's absolutely incredible and insane work. Redknight says, I have to book about my OC.virus, so I've not got the idea of Dr. Virus. And this left field seal about. Okay, so you've got almost a biography of Dr. Virus there. Say what? I'm just going to try something. Cool. So I'm just going to go really rough for the concept of the line of the body on this. I am using a like a magic pose reference thing for this, by the way. I'm not just doing this completely blindsided for the pose. Um, just trying to figure out how the pose works at certain angles, as it were. I might change the perspective of it in the initial concept sketch. We'll see. Let's just get a rough idea. So I'm taking things completely different this year on what we're doing on stuff to see how it goes. Um, I know it's coming soon. I saw your thing earlier for that. I also got to send you over that SCP description story bit or something to give you an idea of how I've done it. I will do that in the next 24 hours or so. So by tomorrow you'll get that Kingpin. And I said I'd do that on the Discord earlier. I just haven't had a chance to. Loki works an evil plan. Me. Loki, you need a shower or a bath, okay? No, I'm working on my evil plan. Get your fluffy butt in the shower now. No. Do you want me to get to Monica? Oh, I like that. That's quite cool. Maybe, which maybe for a sci-fi kaiju, maybe do it as a mixture of dinosaurs and mechanical. Okay, basically biomechanical. So biomech dinos or biomech kaijus. Um, Galahad 19 says, you have started dozens of series in the past year. Which ones are you most excited about continuing? If you don't want to give any spoilers, that's fine. I'm always open to suggestions, so be sure to put them in the comments and that, and they do get on the list. I want to do some. I'm definitely going to do something with the murder drones because that'll be coming out in the next few months. Because it's coming season episode 7, I think it is. It's coming out, and I also want to do something with the Amazing Digital Circus. I've had a few ideas. I'm also thinking of doing a marathon type thing where similar to the Pop Cross Grand Prix, but instead of being 3 Mondays, it'll be like every video and live stream for a month will be around a simple, like a themed topic, but doing something different each time, something on something. There's a few new series I want to do, which I'm not going to spoil. But there's also some other ones. So My Hero Academia Kaiju I want to continue, but I also want to bring back some of the other ones. So like the as mages and see what I can draw now, and as the zombie storyline, like the zombie virus spreading out. It would be quite cool. I do need to do some dinosaur ones because we haven't done dinosaurs in a while. So definitely got to do some dinosaur based kind of like episodes, which would be quite cool. Because without them, then we're going to get into a bit of a trouble on it. Right, so that's that one. But Vicky Cage, her images are just interesting. I'm trying to find the armor because it's going to be like someone's going to be a weird D&D character in the end. So Cassie Cage. Hmm, that got a better concept. Ah, that's better. Oh, there's a number of outfits. I mean, art. So there's concept art. Okay, I think I know the one that I want to go with. Give me a second to open that image in a new tab, and then I've got a reference image. How do you mean also this is starting to get into pop cross rip-off a bit? Maybe have the consciousness be first in the body of the... Oh, you mean for the biomech ones? Yeah, I wouldn't use I just said biomech because you said biomechanical, but yeah, I know that's kind of like going into the tangent into his idea. But yeah, it's a case of I will be if I did do that or something along those lines, I would be putting a spin on some stuff. I've had a few ideas. I want to do some fantasy stuff as well, but not like armors. Maybe something else a little bit interesting. Okay, how are we going to turn this? So she's got. So if I draw the initial one first, she's obviously got her dress. Oh, we're going to do harpy form, aren't we? So we're going to have to. I need to open up that one now. So if she's in harpy form, she's in a different outfit. So she's going to have more. Are these feathers on her shoulders? I'm assuming they're going to be something like feathers. Going to have a glowing red bits there, but I'm going to shape them a little bit more interesting. Looks like she's got big hair out of her ears. Quite funny. She's got the hair bit here. This is going to be heavily based. If you want the harpy form of her, it's going to take the main bulk of the form, and then we're going to have the other aspects brought onto it. As we go, which would be quite interesting to see how this actually turns out, all in all. Oh, that's part of her hair from there. That's quite cool. That means that that's going to come here. Maybe we'll wish that over the staff a little bit. What else have we got? Uh, you've got no idea. And sorry, a greenback. That always makes me chuckle because that's the story of my videos when they go all the subs. Um, how's the community redraw coming along? And how many redraws do I have planned out? I've got 3 or 4 planned out. I don't have February's planned out yet, but I haven't started the redraw yet. I've started thinking about it in my head. I haven't started drawing it yet. We've had more submissions, so it's going to be harder for me to pick. I am literally going to pick probably about 2, maybe 3, possibly, and then I'm going to let the rest be up to the wheel of fate. But we've had a load of new people submit artwork for us, which is absolutely amazing. So we've got a bit more variety as well, which is going to be really cool. But I haven't got any final decisions on who's it's going to be, so we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think it'll be a 2-parter this time. It'll be down to a 1-parter, so there will be probably something like honorable mentions or something happening. I mean, I've been making upgrades and new forms to some of the redraw characters. Oh, the ones that you submitted. Nice. Ben says also maybe have the 7 kaiju be a redraw submission and a monster that could scare Grandpa. That's not a bad idea actually. Quite cool. And Galahad19 says, how about turning Murder Drones into D&D characters? It's been like forever since you've done anything D&D. I was looking at that actually. I've got a few ideas for D&D. Can't remember what it was. There's something I was going to merge together to make into a D&D universe, which I thought would be quite cool. But we'll have to wait and see on what that is. But yeah, I did look thinking D&D's been a while. It'd be quite cool to do that. Same as Minecraft characters and like the Minecraft mod episodes and stuff. They've got this for her, which is fine, and then we'll add the wacky hair out the sides. So that is a nice basic pose we're going to have. So I will unlock that. I will shrink the opacity on that bit, lock it, do a new layer of a new color. Cool. Now we're going to do Cassie Cage over the top. And it's a really good trick to draw the initial pose that you want for the main base, and then look to what you can take from the other one over the top on the design. Cassie Cage is kind of like almost like a police officer character. She's got some cool concepts. So she's got some of these. She's got kind of like a jacket. So I think maybe we should turn. Can we turn that into a bit of a jacket? I know she's got the circle stone there. This is on Edna still, but, or Eda part of it. But I'm just thinking, so it's got almost like actual equipment like body armor. Hmm. What else have we got for Cassie Cage imagery? That's quite an interesting combination. It's kind of difficult to find what would. Ah, maybe that's even art. I want actual. Uh, she's got a shade. She's got kind of like police armory. Okay, okay. I will look to work in parts of this into the design because this is going to be quite interesting. Got a little mic here, which will be quite interesting. A few bits of hair at the side where they go back. So where hers go forward, like that. Here, maybe it'd be quite cool to add a bit of hair. I'm just roughly placing a few features to try and make it look a little bit more combined between the two. Yo, Justin, how's it going? We are drawing a certain owl lady. We've got Ida from the Owl House combined with Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat. That's the one that won the spinning, so that's the one that we're going to do. Head of a bus as dinosaurs, like say Blitz Cantoris or something. Yeah, there are going to be a couple of dinosaur ones happening. Dinoclaw's been out the spotlight for a bit, and we need to see what's happening with him. Okay, so I'm guessing I could put a little piece on her arm that they've got. It's gonna look more punk rock with this than anything else. It's gonna be a bit weird. I need to. That's coming down there, so maybe she's got a um, strap on her leg for a gun. Even though she's a mage, we can give her a gun down the side. Um, I guess we've got to go back to this image and see what we can do with some of this design. So, I don't want to give her a jacket, but how do I give her a jacket when she's got the wings and the pieces? She's got a. Sometimes she's got the hairstyle that comes down a little bit like. Oh, so maybe if we combine that over the front, that looks quite cool. She kind of wears shades, so don't want to put shades on there. I want to show the eye. Quite cool. Apple flavors, chicken T2. Maybe bring back the Spider-Man Fusion video with Hey Dempsey, good news. I got. Wait, hang on. With Hey Dempsey, good news. I got a cat. You could try to fuse. Did you just drop Hey Dempsey? I've the Spider-Man video with Hey Dempsey, good news. I've got a cat. Also, you could try to fuse Miles Morales Spider-Man with but Spider-Man or Kingpin Craven with Superior Spider-Man. Congratulations on getting a cat pen. Just drop that in the middle of the sentence there. Um, maybe, but that's either way. How's the cat? Um, I thought it was just Happy Edna for the drawing. I didn't know. Yeah, the main bulk of it is based on Happy Edna, but I'm going to be putting some aspects of trying to find a way to put some aspects in here of the other designs and stuff, but it's going to be quite interesting to get some of these actually in on the design. Um, Maybe under her hair she can probably have something come down like straps. So I'll change that feather bit on her arms for the jacket bit. Although in Harpy form she only seems to have one arm. Interesting. See if I can add a bit of a jacket or something on here. Something that'll be quite cool. Maybe we can have C-shaped bit from Cassie. That dress bit. And then maybe put a jacket on her or something that comes down and around. It's not quite the feather stuff. Maybe it's a give a bit of a torn jacket effect or something. So we've got something here and something here to play with. I'm still initially sketching this if anyone's joining, so we're just literally trying to place key features or elements from the character design to have them kind of be on here, but at the same time, there's certain bits where they'll be behind, like behind part of the hair that's coming down. Yeah, let's try that. Merge that down. Then let's start adding some details. Let's start seeing what we can do with the sketch. So I'm going to start on the face. I'm going to start trying to build this up for some details to take some bits and see what's happening. You're happy seeing me do a fusion? Yeah, it's going to be a bit weird because the details probably won't show until I add the colors and stuff on the character because we've got a harpy version along with a version of a character that's not quite a harpy. I'm trying to take aspects of two characters which are both female, but one's not got a lot of detail, one's got a lot of detail, which makes it really weird. You literally copied and pasted it from a bit that was months ago. Ah, got it. Um, cool. So let's start working on this because I'd say I want to get structure and features right. So, oh, it's way too large. Basically, I want to work on the line art and try and get this to a reasonable degree. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth, turning, deleting things or going back and just seeing what actually works for the aspects of the bits that I'm doing. Just so we can see what happens. A V in Pomney, that'd be quite interesting. Arcane's got a new season or something, I think, being confirmed coming out this year. I think Kingpin, I think you put some on their Kingpin creations. Is that it? On one of your community posts? Anything more? This is still rough sketching. This is just finalizing a few bits out to see what happens. Hey, I love to say, but I got a split. Catch you guys. Okay, see you later, Gahan19. Justin goes to Monica. No, Nexim, you're not making another mech armor based off popular franchise, at least not for this week. I mean, what happened the last time? Yeah. I put in the Discord, I believe. Got which one though? Yes. I think it was your Discord, in all fairness, but yeah. It was a circular one. So we'll do that there. That'd be quite cool. And then we want to get you've got to try and get your lines like confident when you do these, and then kind of works. It's kind of like one brush motion with your arm rather than your wrist. What have we got? Hey Michael, how's it going? Did you get my message asking for feedback on 4 concepts of mine? I think I have. I haven't had a chance to look at any proper messages recently in the last week. With last Thursday's unexpected events that I put on a community post, and then being absolutely swamped. But I will read that at some point. I will try and get onto that tomorrow and have a look, see what you put. Oh, Red Knight. Okay, I will catch you next time. Yeah, so I guess the concept for this is I'm literally probably default to my default pose for a face, to be honest. An angle. I'm trying to get the enough of the details from both characters together to potentially create a rough guiding sketch of the character. Obviously, she's got to have the long ears because it needs to be done. She is going to have the. Now I'm going to turn them to bangs. I don't want them coming out the ear. I will turn it into a bang and make this kind of work. Um, am I going to make narrators for Pokemon like the Helmon Cutmon, a D&D narrator, Helgum Dark Academy founder, Mahara Academy of Heroes founder? I'm not entirely sure if I am going to do for most of them because some of them were done in live streams, so there isn't actually any story behind it currently. Helgum Dark Academy founder already has a what do I say? Helgum Dark's already got something similar for the narrator for that, but I'm trying to think who I've got in line for that. No, I can't. Spoilers. Spoiler alert on that. So I won't be able to say on that one. But Helgum Dark and Mahora are definitely separate universes at the moment. They're not really linked to anything else just yet. Potentially that could change, but for now, they're not really linked to anything else. So it's a case of sorting that out. Right, the eyebrows go here. Eye is about there. Nose is about here. I don't know if you can see the faint lines I'm doing on this part. Hey, Marion, how's it going? Um, oh, it's the cut that little Fall Guys guy lit up behind me, and I saw something light up, and someone I forgot it's there. But it's not an old lady, just a curse to make her look old. Well, that's cool because she's used for somebody else, so she's not going to look that old in this one. And the mouth should be around there. So one, I get a nice nose shape. Be like I say, I am spending more time on this rough sketch, so when I do a more fine sketch later, it's going to look really cool. Um, oh, Michael, okay, I'll take my time reading it, and as soon as I get a chance to, I'll have a look at it. Uh, oh, Ida, she's from the Owl House. She's kind of like in a harpy mode at the moment, so it's going to be quite interesting what's drawn completely, but I obviously have to have certain features from the characters on to make it tie in nicely where they should be. Her eyebrows are quite nice and up here, so that's fine. Shape of the eye, one, two, should be around about here. Potentially. Probably a bit higher up. Yeah. Well, you could do lore for Helmon, and then just have the Pokemon narrator say it. Oh, it's just a fever dream. I'm hoping it's a fever dream. Yeah, it's I'd have to redraw the Cutmon or draw a new Cutmon for it, and then refer to the other ones. So I'd need to plan that out. So continuity wise, it matches quite nicely. She's got more humanoid eyes. So we'll go with human the eyes. They're going to be black though, so I'm going to need to figure out the eyebrow part. Potentially erase the inner line here. I'm taking more time on this because what I want to do is, as I say, I want to focus more on aspects of the illustration and draw things a bit more fleshed out, but also tying in a bit nicely. Yeah, yeah. Right. What kind of games have everyone been playing? I've gotten back into after fixing my Xbox because it just wouldn't work the other day. I managed to fix it over the weekend. I was so happy when that happened. After getting back into Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, I think it's 5. I'm just going around doing missions now at the moment, just stealthily attacking bad guys and taking them out as and when, which is really cool. I quite like it. Cool, that's confident line, like that. This is going to look like a younger, like weird cyber version of it. Hey, Koi Fish, how's it going? And congrats on being a member for 9 months. Oh my God, I still need to update those emojis. Ah, Lego Marvel Superheroes is awesome. I've got that. I've got that. I played that quite a fair bit. Skylanders, I used to play on my phone, on my iPad, I think. Um, Pokemon Unite, Roblox, Lego Marvel. Don't know. I'm not best at comment games. I kind of like the stealthy ones, like Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain and Crisis, or even Splinter Cell. The ones where you can sneak up behind them and do your mission, and trank them and get through. Um, Keeping Gracious says, me and my friends just finished this really cool indie rhythm game called Everheard. Never heard of it, Kingpin, but it sounds like it's quite fun. Caden King, currently I'm playing Lego Marvel Superheroes. Yep, that's cool. I think I've mentioned that a minute ago. Justin says, Dempsey, I'm using my pain to draw you in existence to write the story, but coming in anyways, your creator to let you know to show my authority. Okay. Oh, King King, you've also been playing Pokemon Violet. Nice. So I've had a little go on that recently, which is quite cool. Unfortunately, I don't have a Switch with me, so I can't really play it when I want to. But yeah, what was that? Oh, Koi Gaming's gifted a membership, and congratulations to Justin for getting your membership renewed. Nice. That just made me jump. I forgot I've got the notifications on, so it appeared on screen somewhere around me, but I was so focused on the bit I was doing. Koi, you actually made me jump. You've just been sat there going, ha ha ha. Right. Let's. So the other one's going to come out roughly this side, but the way perspective works, it's not actually going to be level. It's going to be more upright. I mean, that technically should be the other side of her head, and we can't see it, but it's going to show because that's what you do in designs. Um, nice. Right, so we've got that. I want to do the lips, but the lips are a bit puffy, but they're also a bit. I want to kind of. I must do this anime style mouth, the corner bits. At the same time, she's got it, and she's got this little bit there. But I want to add the fangs. She's got two little fangs, I think, sticking out of her mouth on this one. Harpy mode, she's got some fangs, so it's like. No, that doesn't look cool. That doesn't look cool. I want a cool design. So that's a bit better. And then open the mouth just slightly. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of videos? I don't actually, when I study art, Really weird. But when I study art for a style I like to do, I don't often draw it until I've watched about 7 or 8 of the videos on it, or watched the video multiple times till I understand it in my head. It's really weird, but it's just what I do. I can use a reference image as well, but then it starts coming in a bit more interesting on the design. Obviously, she's going to have some lips because she's got more of a humanoid design. So we're going to add some lips to her. Uh, full of lips, because that's going to make it look quite cool. And then I'll tweak it, but I'm going to have that. Are you excited for Kung Fu Panda 4 in March? I am and I'm not. I don't know. I'm thinking that I like the idea of a movie, but I'm thinking I don't know. I'm not sold on it currently. Don't get me wrong. I love Jack Black as Poe, and he's an awesome actor and just absolutely hilarious. And I do like it. I just think it's a case of the direction they went with the Dragon Warrior series. Um, the quest for all those mystical items. I don't know if they're just pushing things too far now, and it's just losing a bit of its novelty. It's probably the best word. But it's one of those ones I will watch. I just don't know if it's one of the ones I'll watch in the cinema. Okay, so I need to figure this out now because the head and body are out of proportion in location now, which is one of the perks of doing this sketch. So we've got this bit here. It's going to come out, come back. I'll have a thin bit here on the line just to make it more slightly. Anybody joining? We are fusing the Harpy version of Ida from the Owl House with Cassie Cage. So we've got this kind of I'm not entirely sure what currently. We've got this weird pose being sorted, and some of the angles aren't quite right, but we will sort that as we go. It's fine. There are ways of doing this to making it work. I think that's too far out. That's the problem. That comes too far out. And this is why I like doing the rough sketch stage because I can shift things to a degree on here, and that has a effect on what I'm drawing or designing, which is quite cool because I can see where things are going, should go, meant to go, kind of going, or just failing completely. I'm not worried about line thickness because I'll fix all that later. It's just making things kind of go in the direction that you want them to go. Um, oh, you on about the Disney series about Percy Jackson? I like the movies. Not completely sold on the series from Disney so far. I do have 2 episodes to catch up with. I've only watched the first 2, but there are some funny bits that they did in the Disney series they should have had in the film. But to me, there's a lot of stuff I know they've made it for kids of all age, Disney's main target audience, but I feel they've taken too much out of it, and I'm not liking it. I don't know how true it is to the books. I never read them, but it's just a little bit, yeah. But that's just my opinion on it. I've got to watch the rest, but I've got to wait for the right time to watch the rest, to be honest. So yes. So Edna's getting an enhancement. I can say it. She's getting a bit of an enhancement on this. I know she's in Harpy form technically, service on top, but I'm having my fun. I'm changing the design up as we go along. Because it's a fusion, so she could be wearing body armor for what we want. Maybe have the Department of Multiversal Matters have been able to tap into the Morphing Grid and create their own Power Rangers team that helps deal with Loki, but also protects the base. Something that's been 10. Maybe. I have had requests for Kanto region, so the first Pokemon Kanto region, that's the 151 up to Mew, and I think Meltang and uh, what was it? There's two other ones that count as the Kanto region as Power Rangers, which is quite an interesting one. It's been suggested enough times that I am considering doing it. Be interesting to see, but I am considering doing it. Need to get a drink. I need to stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on it, Marion. I try to be as neutral as possible, but at the same time, I'm also thinking, what the hell are they doing with it? But I really enjoyed the first movie. The second one, not so much, but the first one, the camp kind of like battle scene and stuff with the water, that the movie one was so much better than the Disney version. I liked it way more, which is quite cool. Um, I just think they did a better job of doing A, that fight, and B, just the ability to heal and stuff was quite cool. Logan Lerman, is that the guy who played Percy in the movie? Because if it is, he's been brilliant in the ones that I've seen him in. First movie of Percy Jackson was my childhood. Second one was a movie that's yeah, I agree, Kingpin. It's like the second one. I did like the idea of giving him like a Cyclops brother and another son of Poseidon in the second movie in that, but I don't think they executed it as well as they could have done to make it truly stand out. This feels more like a Pokemon character I'm drawing than what we're actually drawing, but see what we can come up with. And that's going to have another one that comes down the back here. Here, here, here. Wait a bit. Sort that in a minute. Uh, that was the actual part of that part was actually part of the book. The rest of the movie makes me question if the director read the series. They read the series, but they take their own take on it, and that's why a lot of things just go downhill. And they've got to push a message from their production companies. And unfortunately, at the moment, a lot of the messages are killing what were amazing films and productions with their remakes. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to get into it. It's just they are killing the origin of it, and they're trying to make it modern. Instead, they should make a spin-off of it modern, or a new film, a new story with the same storyline. So many years down the line, the same thing happening with it, or something. Set it like, or an alternate, like a multiverse variant of it, or something. Because quite frankly, they're killing all the classics. Plus, the multiverse Power Rangers could help defeat the Seven Kaiju and keep them from destroying the multiverse. Um, Potentially, some of the stuff that we're doing, I'm going to try and keep separate universes as well. I don't want it all coming into one and being really messy to handle, if that makes sense. Yeah. I think Tegan just hit her back on a coffee table. Right, what am I going to do for this bit? I wanted the hair bits. Right, so that's got hair coming down, a hair band coming down there, which comes across the front of it. just need to erase that enough to know what I'm doing. Usually it wouldn't come across the front, but I want it to come across the front and down. And that then comes down there around the body a bit, and it's going to come out below down here, the other hair bit. The hand on the wand. Right, I need to get this hand right. So where's that first reference picture? Yeah, it's a good suggestion, Ben. I'm just saying, some of the storylines that I'm doing are definitely going to be kept somewhat separate. I don't want to merge the universes in too much. There's two reasons for that. One, I'll openly honestly say, even if with the videos, I will never be able to keep track of what's happened with what, and there will be some weird continuity screw up. And the other one is, it is nice to just do a standoff episode that doesn't have to come back to later from time to time. And that's one of the nice kind of nuanced bits that we've got to have and sort at times. So it will be interesting. Draw this like this, but I will have to put the master on it in a minute. It's going to be probably scaled up in size a little bit as well. I'm using a reference image of a hand. I know she's got more harpy claws as well, but I do need to get a basic hand in first. If I don't get a basic hand shape in, that's handling all this. A hand shape that's handling all this. Yeah, that's my word pun for today. It's going to be quite tricky to get this to kind of look anywhere or resemble anything close to an actual hand. And then what I can do is I can go onto the other image of her, load it up, zoom into the hand, and just see exactly how harpy feathered the hand is to. Quick tip on feathers: just draw it more of a like a diamond, and then added like another diamond underneath to do it. It's literally just feathers tend to be, as long as you keep them all in the right direction, like a diamond shape, and then just cuts in whatever you're doing. You just change the perspective slightly so it becomes more this kind of shape. Then you just put lines down them, and they look like feathers. It's almost like drawing leaves. It's really weird. It is like drawing leaves, but it does kind of work. I just want to give the impression of more around. Hey, DempseyJ Gaming, long time no see. We're good. We're doing Ida from our house combined with a Mortal Kombat character, Cassie Cage. So we've got this quite cool design concept at the moment. I'm just working my way through trying to add some of these bits into it, which is a little bit trickier than you might expect. I'm not even doing the main inks yet. I'm just adding details. But like I said on this one, we may not even get past the sketch stage. We may just be like a video for this and then continue it later. This could be a long-term mini project on, January could be this one illustration on live streams, which I hope you guys don't mind. If it does become a problem, then I will just finish it off stream. But I think you guys would like to see it and then be able to ask questions as I go along. So there are tools that you can use at times to do stuff like I'm doing with the feathers and stuff. But yeah, interesting. So when I'm going to ink it, I will be doing things in sections. So I'll be taking a section, doing it on a layer, another section layer. Then after I'm happy with them all, flats, then or merge, copy all the layers, merge them, and then put flats underneath. So I've got a bit more control. Because yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. Yeah, DempseyJ Gaming's got like loads of ideas currently. Um, would that be to do with some the same topic as what you DempseyJ Gaming? Is that new channel something to do with the what you're doing at the end of the month? I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to give any spoilers away if you haven't said, but is it all on that subject line? So that does need to be larger now. So the beauty of doing this is I can increase the size of the hand and shift it along. Ah, cool. Just checking it was that. And this jacket is going to come down. I'll probably have to erase over the jacket or something, but now it's just going to come down. It's going to have a bit of a free flowing effect here. I don't care if the lines get a bit rough after I've got some of the more finer details done, just because it's how it's going to tie in. But it is also a case of it's interesting to figure this out. I do like this kind of like weird plumage bit, but I think maybe I'll make that more almost like that armor. You know, like you get on paladins, you get that kind of double armor piece. Which can have the darker bits here, here, and then just have that on her arm on that side. I say it's like a paladin. That's not quite the right design that I was going for. I went too much medieval. I want the ones that are like they go on the side, but they just basically look like they're huge blocks of well, yeah, just like a chunky type of armor thing. Really hard to describe it. Cedric Hayward, hi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm sure your name looks familiar. Have you been one of the streams before? But anyway, if you're new, welcome. Um, don't know how much you've caught the stream, but we're basically combining Ida from the Owl House with Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat and creating this interesting new character, um, which is turning out to be quite interesting, but we'll just work on it as we work on it, and we'll see what we come up with. I'm just doing the initial sketching at the moment. I have said that this year, instead of doing it all in one live stream, it might go over a couple, and I'm going to be doing different techniques. So while we're doing the drawing bit here and the sketching, I might get sketching and inking done tonight, and then once that's done, uh, or some of the inking done, I will be giving tips of what I'm doing and why. Now that because of the live stream, I can zoom in and I can go into a bit more detail and experiment with a few things to show bits, which would be quite interesting. Um, at least for you guys, more than it is interesting for me, because been there, done that, and then it'll be a case of sorting it all out as well as the wings and the everything that's happening. Um, so yeah, but if anyone's got any questions as we go along, feel free to ask them about any of the videos on the channel, the artwork itself. Um, and yeah, Justin says, which narrator would have bad bad looking cooking, but it's good enough to get Gordon Ramsay's approval as the best dish. Aaronfold, he'll slay the beasties, and then he'll make a stew out of it or something. Being an adventure, he's got to cook, and it'll look really random, and it'll look terrible. Some of them, but they might have the best tastes in the world. Uh, Minecraft, I've got a few technic builds that I need to put together on my MT's Tech Corner, but a little easy on the fingers and eyes building Minecraft Transformers. Yeah, it is a little bit. Um, yeah, definitely is easy on that. Uh, right. I want to have that, but I also want to keep the curve of that. I want that to come down part of her outfit. So no, even though she is in harpy mode, I'm not too worried about her being in harpy mode, to be honest. That doesn't really bother me at all. For the legs, I can still do normal legs on her if I wish, but she has got the grey colour, so I will be doing the grey colour, but probably look more like she's got a pair of tights on than anything else. Uh, but yeah, that's just how it goes. Right, so that's a. I'll figure out how that bit attaches at the end. So what I'm doing there. Hair. That's the bottom of the jacket. Just it says it's like that one episode of Journey where everybody has to do cake decorating April's gym and Ash puts every random thing and then it turns out to be delicious. Yeah, or when Bender in Futurama puts a little bit of the special liquid into his food that can kill anybody, and it does kill the judges, but you know, they enjoyed it. Yeah, Marin, I'm almost to 7K subs. It shot up in the last week or so, so it'll be quite interesting to see where it goes. Um, hopefully, a lot more viewers, but I don't think we've got many on the live stream currently. Time zones are a funny thing, but yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how things progress this year on the channel. Hoping to hit 10K by the end of the year, which should be doable. Do I? Yeah, I need to do it this way. That's going to be a bit torn, and then that's going to come down there. That's a side bit here. She's going to come down with the other leg, potentially. That's going to be a bit torn out the back. That won't be straight down the bottom here, though. That'll be more curved the leg to come in and down. That's my favorite. What have we got? Then again, the writers of Pokemon are inconsistent on whether if Ash can cook it or not. Yeah, my favorite scene is when Ash is like an illusion, he fades out of existence, and Pikachu goes mental with that Thunderbolt, that hit of thunder that takes out the legendary Pokemon, all the Pokemon around. That's one of my favorite bits, movie-wise. But that's inconsistent with Pikachu's power and Ash. That explains why he never ages. Um, Tegan, Ehrenfeld, who are you? Me. Me, or the talking dinosaur? Pinnacle. It can talk? Yeah, that'd be quite cool. You may be able to hit 10K by the end of the month. It would be cool. We will see. Fingers crossed on that. It would be awesome if that happens, but I'd also like my views to pick up as well as hitting the 10K, so everything to pick up more. Um, just because, it's a nice balance between them. Okay, so how's the hand on that stuff on that one? Okay, so it is more that way. Hands look really weird when you draw them. Anybody else notice that? They're not easy to draw, but they look really weird when you go to draw them, even from reference. The shape's just really insane. Um, Oh, I wish, Maureen. I wish that'd be amazing, but I'm not quite there yet. Who's Ash's father? Because I like the theory that he's a clone of Red from Professor Oak's cloned him because and he's been monitoring him because lives next door. That's the theory I quite like the story of. Just sounds quite cool. It does need to be enlarged just slightly because it is a bit closer, but also needs to fit a bit more nicer. And the reference images are great, so be sure to use them. Yeah, that is one of them. Ash is really nasty to Misty in that. Ash had an attitude problem. You don't notice it when you're watching it, you think it's funny, but when you're an adult, you watch it again, you notice it, you're like, oh my God, you really did have an attitude. Do you want to be cheeky? This is another top tip, and don't be afraid to do it. Copy something if you've already done it. So I've technically already drawn a load of feathers around the hand. So I'm going to copy and paste it, move it down to where her hand is. In fact, the angle's probably just about right here. Um, Erase what I don't need on a layer, and then just fix them. I won't need so much here, so I think what I can do is I can actually cheat on this one. I could probably go and erase half of it, about there. This is where using things to help you works. Copy that layer again, horizontal, and then just have it is what's happening here. Fair feathers on our arm. And then just merge them down, which is a really, really good trick and kind of like a cheat hack, but it works. They're not right for size compared to the hand, but now that I've got them, I can obviously sort the feathers to be the size I want it to be for what's happening. And then yeah, maybe her fingers are too long, that's the other bit. Now I've got that, I can shrink the whole thing down. And it ties in just a little bit more nicely to the overall design. Pokemon with the trainers, that would be interesting. I have planned something with Pokemon actually. There's another series I was going to do, something different that hasn't been done yet. What's going to do the Pokemon? I've got it jotted down somewhere. I came up with an idea thinking I could do that with Pokemon, and I'm thinking, but Pokemon's been used in a lot of things on a lot of channels recently. It does require a little bit of figuring out. Okay, so she gets here. She's got more. These are going to be more wispy feathers now, just to give an impression of some feathers. Almost like leaves, but when they're coloured in, they'll look more like feathers. The next big blockbuster, what, as in main movie coming out that I'm excited for? Oh, I don't know. Kind of wish they made solo leveling into just one straight massively long epic movie, like 6 hours long. Avatar 3, that'd be quite cool. It's hard to know really what type of blockbuster I'm like looking for. I guess I'll know it when I see it. It's the best way to describe it. I think this jacket's going to have a torn effect on it. I've decided I'm going to have these wing bits as actual torn jackety bit over the top. Sorry, wing bits, these feathers on her arm. So I can then just do her arm as a simple colour without anything else on it, and you just get the vein shape of it. Yeah, so what's this looking like so far? Yeah, it's not too bad so far. Bit of work still, but it's getting there. Might need to turn that faster just a little bit more just to make sure I can see everything else. So we're going to have wings coming out the back here. More. Just wavy feathers. She's going to have a band that comes down here over everything. Waves it very down here, behind her hand, and around over the staff. And the second part of that band is probably going to come here, right around the front, right behind her hand, and I might actually get aggressively thinner like that. It doesn't look right to me. It's probably the angle. I know what she's at. It's like hip there, hip comes along here, follow that around. Do more here. It's not looking right, but it probably is right. It's one of those weird scenarios. Okay, so let's do the other wing. Anything at the top? Deadpool 3 will be quite good, but I've heard rumours that that's been cancelled. It's always rumours they're getting cancelled though, but you know, that's the production on that's currently cancelled, or Disney's pulled out from it or something. But I don't know how true it is. I think a lot of it's rumours and clout. I say clout is rumours and just like people trying to get people to click, almost like clickbait. Cool. That's her basically done. So I want a new layer for the stack. So I want to basically get this stack kind of drawn nicely. I know she's got like these weird earrings as well, but in a harpy form you don't see those earrings. So, I mean, they could still be there, technically speaking. Next, sorry if I spelled his name. No, you spelled his name right, Tegan. You got his name right. Why are you two leaving her thing? Your turn. Me. Have you made um, so it's hey, why are you hey, why are you two leaving her with me? 'Cause it's your turn next, I'm like. Tegan, have you made a mech armor for a cat? Veronica. Nexum, darling. This will be fun. Yeah, that kind of works. Um, what if a new type of Pokeball or something allows Pokemon to transform into living armors and weapons for the trainer? Ah, you reminded me of something I was going to do for a series that I never got around to doing. That'd be interesting. Okay, so that's the basic inks there. So if I turn that off. That's our basic design for the character. Yeah, there's still so much more to work on and sort, but you know, still think maybe that's a little too high. Yeah, I think the angle's slightly wrong, but I will adjust those as and when I need to in a minute. That's basically the initial concept so far. I will add more armor and pieces of the police stuff on with the painting stage or the inking stage, I think, because there's not a lot to add, and if I add too much, it's going to look too bulky or messy, which I don't want. But now what I've got to do is add this damn owl. So you know what? Let's turn that off, go back to red, and draw this staff. Now I'm looking at a rather cool reference for the staff. What if you turn every Pokemon to a new ultimate species in the Beast Tamer anime? That'd be quite interesting. They could have all evolved new species. I'd say it's an owl. It looks a bit like an owl, but it's not quite an owl, is it? Once I shrink this down a little bit, put the wings in. I can get one wing in. I should have done this on symmetry. I should have made it so much quicker and easier. Never mind. Have it partially open for its wings. Erase that. Wing bit. Copy. Flip. Add. More. Uh, Cool. Now I can put that back. Merge that down. Don't want to lose that. When it goes, look it up. Right there. Roughly the size I want for the staff. Reasonably large in size. A bit small, but yeah, it's reasonably that large in size. And just add that all the way down through to the bottom and off the screen. And that one goes all the way down to the bottom and off the screen. Go down all the way down to here. All the way down here. And then just shrink that just slightly, thin that out for here. obviously that's not going to be seen through here or through here. So I'm going to erase these bits. It won't be seen until you get here, and it won't be seen through. This is kind of more Edna or Eda. It's Edna. Eda in terms of design, but now looking more like a final piece. So I'll duplicate that and unlock it. So I've got that board out. Unlock it. Merge that down and duplicate it to make the lines darker, which is a good trick. The next good tip to do is to get a blue color, fill the layer, set it to be a clipping mask, and it'll pick up all the lines underneath so they're all one color to work with now. Merge that down and drop its opacity down just a little bit. Go into whatever pen we're going to be using. Might try technical pen. And then ink in time, which works quite nicely. Yep, he has just added it probably, Ben. Looking at the time, it's probably Monday. It's probably been out for the last half hour. I'm guessing you need the speed to watch it. Right, so on this one, oh, wrong there. That's the so next there. And now we can have some fun. We can actually start working on the. Do I want it to be a technical pen? That's roughly the same weight no matter what I put on it. Or do we want it to be the Inca pen, which is the. We'll go with the Inca. So now that I've zoomed in quite a bit, I'm going to take my time on the inking stage to get this kind of as neat or as clean as I can do for what I want. What I want to do with this one is I kind of want to take this fusion and I want to push it because I'll be spending more time than I would in a normal video. I want to try and push the artwork just a little bit more. And I will drop her eyes in a bit later on. Not much. We've literally got the initial sketch done, I'm in Heart, so I'm now just zoomed in to do the inking stage to get this one looking somewhat how we want it to be. And then yeah, continue with that. You had to watch Kingpin's new video. Fair enough. Welcome to those who are returning, watching our videos. I have to say, I do kind of want to watch Kingpin's video and podcasts as well, but I'm here drawing instead. um, Perks have been on a live stream. Yeah. Still needs to have some kind of yeah. That's looking a bit weird. Maybe I should just bring this down a bit more this way and then do I've done the lines for that. I can do a couple more here and there. Well, while I'm doing this, you're gonna finish drawing one of the 20 different versions of the upgraded Homestar Cyberstorm Dragon you've got planned. Damn. Yes, that's the point. I haven't said that. Marian's right. Guys, if you're watching the video, jumping around, you like it, or you just want to support the channel or anything, leave a like on the live stream. It helps promote it a bit more, which is awesome. Um, which is quite cool. And yeah, if you're new and you feel like it, turn on your notifications so that you'll get up to date when content drops. Usually it's a live stream on a Monday and a video on a Friday. Um, and then I do have to do a couple shorts, drop them out, but you won't really miss much on those too much at the moment. And yeah, we're just basically just creating some content on the live stream, which is quite cool. Which is, if you're just joining, Ida from Our House and Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat fused together the happy form, and we've got this kind of, I'm not sure what the design is just yet. We've got this cool design that we're just gonna see how it looks once we're done. I'll do him up in a little bit. I need to. Yeah, all these lines are gonna go. But this is the point where you can take your time and line out when it's digital, because you can zoom in, you can undo, and you can basically have more control over it, which works in your favor when you're designing stuff. Marin, yeah, you can put a joke down. Interesting theory. There's potential there, yes. That could potentially be in happy mode. Is both our eyes the same color? They are. Okay, let's get this bit of hair done. Excuse me. I wonder if there's any way Pokemon can mix well with Ori and the Blind Forest or Will of the Wisp. Will of the Wisp, it might be able to. Ben says, Dempsey, are you going to fuse characters for the department to recruit? Space Godzilla and Dr. Jack Wright. Hawk and Hawk, Moth, Chainsaw Man, Aaron Yeager, Aaron Ang. I am going to be doing more fusion videos this year. I don't know if they'll be part of the Department of Morty's Personal Matters. There are going to be potentially there could be infinite numbers of teams, but I also want the story to not. The story's got a set path at the moment, so if there are things like that happening, that'll potentially be in later phases or chapters or scenarios, if that makes sense. Kratos. I tried to set Zeus as my Google password. Kratos told me it was too weak. Fair enough. Oh, right. Oh yeah, this side. I'll probably not get too much of a difference in line weight, but it's difficult with the zoom in and out because the brush size isn't dependent on the size of the brush, it's dependent on the screen that you're looking at. So how zoomed in you are determines if I'm zoomed right in, my brush is like that. But if I zoom right out, my brush is like that, on the same size. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but you know, it's not too bad. Kind of wish those Ori games had an anime. You failed. It's fine, Marin. It's not a problem. Something else. I know I said I was going to do things on different layers, but I decided to sod it. I'm going to do it all on one layer. Decent. I may go and do a layer on the entire outline, key bits of the outline afterwards at some point. I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't got that far in my design thinking. Like I say, I'm spending the time on today's stream just building this up and checking the final line art's nice. And then once the line art is nice or nice and clean, I would like to start building up the colors. I might take a different approach and use values, build the piece up with values, and then add color on top. I might get the flat colors in, and then you turn them off, and you go to black and whites basically. Get the contrasting light and shading. No matter, I heard your password is very strong. Can I fight it? Desi, that's seen a more 3+5 than in your tub in the bathroom. It'll be a very tiny one if it is. Actually, that'd be quite a cool concept. Um, Caden King, what is the best way to catch up on the lore of your story? Like what videos? Depends what series. If you want the narrators, the even though it's after the Nexum versus Sharp episode, which actually that'd be a good one to start on. Nexum versus Sharp will introduce Nexum to Benny Sharp, Pop Cross's Mech Armor guy. A little while after that, Enter the Splatverse is the first one that really has the all the narrators together, and then it's basically just follow them up. If it's a dragon episode, it tends to be normally Erenfold. If it's Mech Armors, it'll be Nexum. Demons are Demonica usually, though she appears here and there, and Dinosaurs are Dino Dinoclaw. But it'd be working well. I am going to be sorting out some playlists. I was going to hopefully do that last week, but I didn't get a chance to with a few things that happened. But I'm hoping to sort some playlists out for like the here's the catch up or here's or figure out a recap episode where I put it all in. Maybe I will get some new recruits the Department of Multiverse Matters so I can actually put the recap stuff in. That might have to happen. Might have to do a recap episode at some point. But yeah, it's basically Enter the Splatverse is the first one with all the narrators, and then it builds up from there. It's just a little bit of I have to sit down and work out exactly which ones are narrator episodes and which ones aren't, or which ones are the main storyline ones for the narrators and which ones aren't. Can you turn anime humans into monster girls, starting with Marinka from My Dress Up Darling? Um, Potentially, I will need to see. Um, I need to figure out what I'm going to do for that one's designs and stuff. Ben, I am doing more dinosaur episodes with Dino Dinoclaw coming up because he's not actually had any dinosaur episodes in a very long time, other than him turning into a dinosaur. Um, so there will be dinosaur episodes happening. there'll also be there will be some demon episodes because we've got the Phobias as Dragons one, which is kind of demons, but we've also got a few other ones that need looking at. And there'll be a couple of other ones as well that were started near the end of near the end of last year that we're doing, like the Kaiju one that we've just done. They'll also be kind of continuing to a degree. It's just working my way through these. Yeah, there will be more dinosaur ones because we haven't done dinosaur in a while, and I'm going to take a couple of and do a couple of them, which would be quite cool. Turning Minecraft mobs into new anime monster girl species would be cool too. That'd be quite cool. Hey, Pixel does there. No, we're on. I think we're on 6.896, maybe. I don't have the figure in front of me. Um, we're somewhere close to 6.9. Not quite as high as what you've got, but you know, it was a nice little bump, which is quite cool. Um, but yeah, no, it's a case of it was a nice little surprise to have that at the start of this year, which has obviously helped out a little bit, and just got to sort out repeating the process at some point and getting any new subs into returning viewers, which is the main thing. Wait, I'm on 6.9. Am I? Um, it was still going. It was trickling. The views and the speeds died down quite a fair bit in the last few days, but it was still kind of going. So I must have trickled over. Awesome. I haven't had any sub notifications though. I'm sure my stream should have done subs unless they happened before the stream and I didn't notice. I've not missed any subscribers saying thing because that'll be quite interesting. Uh, to be honest, Pixel stuff, I've got no idea what the average view duration looks like at the moment. I can't actually view my stats while I'm live streaming. It's just one of the nuances of my super slow internet. No, yeah, it's one of those weird nuances where I can't actually uh view it as well as I'd like to. So I will have to check those a bit later on. But yeah, I'll have to have a look at that, see what's happening with that. It is 13K is absolutely amazing for that video, and I think a couple of the others picked up as well. It wasn't. I don't think all the subscribers were from that video. I think there's been a couple from another video and some shorts, which is quite cool. I will when I get a chance to Pixel Does Death and you guys are on. Um, it's been a bit manic the start of this year. Absolutely insane. But yeah, I've got some temporary glasses so I can actually see what I'm doing. Top tip, I couldn't even see if I take these off now, I can't read any of the chat and it's quite large on screen and I can't see any of those lines properly down there. Um, these are some cheap, super strong glasses while I sort things out. So yeah, now I can see that. Oh, the Mason Just Dragons picked up. Or the first one or the second one. But yeah, that'd be quite cool. Yeah, that I think that one had it, and I think some of my Amazing Digital Circus shorts picked up as well, which would be quite cool. But I need to have a look because they had a load of views happen and come through. But as I say, I haven't actually had a proper look through my all of my analytics or anything in a couple of days now, just because I couldn't actually see the analytics screens. Uh, yeah, I was editing Friday's video of my vision getting blurrier and blurrier and blurrier as I was going along, so it was like, am I going to get this video out? Is it going to work? But hopefully it's going well. Dinosaurs turned into Madoka Magica characters. Maybe. I'm not sure I've heard of that one before. The fusion looks like if the Michael Dart song got put in the sci-fi universe. What? There's fusion? Um, maybe, but it is going to once the colours and stuff are on, it will look completely different. Okay, so this is what I've got to do. At least 20 Art of Arachnos, the upgraded version of my Bionic Arachnos Star. 20... Oh, that's a lot of stuff to draw. That'd keep me going for at least like 4 months on video content, I reckon. Wait, hang on. 3 months at least. Would the Monica keep one of the Christmas hats as a pet? I don't know why. I just see her keeping one for some reason. Possibly. She might do. She might use it to scare Nexum, to be honest. She's got that kind of sense of humour for scaring Nexum, I expect. Thinking about her design and character. Right. This is probably way too far out there, so it needs to be, yeah. Madoka Magic is a dark twist of magical. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. I did think it was something to do with magical girls, but I didn't. I didn't quite get the concept then. But now that you've explained it, it makes more sense. Um, maybe I can't actually answer that because I don't really know, in all honesty, currently. You're not going to stop till I laugh. Fine, you got the laugh out of me. I read, I'm not going to stop till you laugh. Looked up and it. What does Michael Jackson like to do on holiday? I just read Skeeky. That was enough. Um, I would do something with false, but what? Anybody in this anime can become a magical girl, even a dude in this anime. Oh, is that the one? I don't know. I've seen a few weird animes like that. If that makes sense. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so let's try and get this sorted. So I want this back here. The hand then comes out that way and down. Along here and comes down here. This one coming up here, along a little bit, along down. There's a little bit of the hand there. The thing there. This one's got a. Let's get two knuckle bits there. That's got the long line down here, which then comes into the long bit there. Go in. Yeah, the weirdest thing is I didn't produce any new content between the last piece of content at the end of last year. I think it was the redraw video coming out, and the first bit of content this year, which was the My Hero Academia Skyju Part 2. And it just had an influx, which was like, yes. Um, so I don't actually know what's happened or the secrets. I don't know what I've done for it. I mean, I'm not overly complaining. I just don't actually know what I've done to replicate it. So we shall see. You could kind of get demon character inspired by Chainsaw Man, possibly. I am also thinking of taking some really old retro programs. I know I've said this before, but I am looking to take stuff like Silverhawks or some of the older programs and revamp them to be modernized. Kind of like it is similar to the reboot thing Popcross has done with Marvel, but I kind of want to just draw some really cool characters from my youth that I loved growing up as something. So it's something I'm going to try in the series at some point. And hopefully it'll go down well with you guys. I've got no idea if it will, but each to their own, yeah? Each to their own. Hopefully it will. Do, 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 do. Basically, I'm killing off Bolt, and he's gonna become a computer brain for Omen Star. Makes a lot. Okay. Wow. You do like Street Sharks? Yeah, Street Sharks was one that growing up. It was quite fun watching Popcross's face light up when I gave him that on the Godzilla design challenge. He did such an awesome design on that one. I love the whole shark concept being the main, almost the main base for it. The details on it were just absolutely insane. So we find out he's watching my live stream secretly, and he's not actually messaging, and he's like laughing to himself, going, "Ah." I say that I'm just making that up. I highly suspect he's got plenty of stuff on. He's probably already working on his next video content. It'd be cool to see Street Sharks, Team Street Ninja Turtles. Yeah, it would be, but they're quite similar, so I'm not really sure how I do that. It'd be quite cool to see Street Sharks and something like uh, maybe Street Sharks as Transformers or Street Sharks as Subnautica Leviathans or something. Turn them into like mega Leviathan style Street Sharks. Or it's kaiju on their own, literally just a shark walking shark kaiju. It'd be quite interesting. Don't know, there's something about doing the line art that's quite relaxing once you get into it, but it's also working out where you want to do your lines next. I'm trying not to be in one place for too long, so if I come back to it, I get a refreshing look at it. But also it's quite nice to not be in one place as you're kind of doing the drawing. Because if you're in one spot too long, zoomed in, you lose track of the whole picture. This is starting to look quite nice. You know, now that I think about it, all the robot dragons, and the many storylines I've got planned wouldn't have happened if Krampus didn't clone Omstar Cyberspawn Dragon. Oh, it's my fault your universe is in a mess. Yes. Um, no, I'm just joking. Uh, well, that's the thing. It's like with my story arc with the narrators. They were just individual narrators, and I just brought them together to meet each other. There was no story of where it's going, and eventually, Loki, one of Go for Dude 88's cat, became the main villain, which wasn't planned, and a lot of your designs have been teams now that are in the scenario of everything that haven't been planned. So it's kind of like a whole, oh my God, what's going on moment. But at the same time, it's really cool that we've got the community helping build this story up. I do need to go back to the multiverse story arc that I was doing beforehand, which is about 20 odd episodes. The Dinobots still need to be venomized and Soundwave, so I will hopefully be continuing that this year. But I'll put a poll out to see if you guys want that continued, or maybe revamped and I re-kick it up. Some of my best artwork came from that, which was quite cool. Took ages, so I managed to sit down, spend ages on them, but I've got less time now. It's weird. The more organized I've got, the less time I've got for drawing, but I got more organized to have more time drawing. Um, so it is a rather unique instance or unique case, it seems. Okay, so now I've got to draw this down. I'm not looking forward to it as we get ready. Not so bad 'cause it's on the inside of the line, so I can kind of like tidy them up later. But line weight issue. Oh, I'll do what Podcast did. Redraw your worst artwork and draw it now. I am thinking of doing that. I just need to find my worst artwork. I was looking at some of my old Ben 10 dragons I might do, but I did the Charizard one and redrew it way better this time. That's another one of my favorite artworks. I sat down and I just did that. I was just like, I don't know how, but it just came together nicely. Demon, I have watched Shy. I watched it up till the sub stopped, and then I need to watch the next 2 or 3 episodes. But I got to the point where they battled her mother outside they battled Spirit's mother outside the orphanage, and they come up after that battle. So I've gotten to that point, just to say where I got to, but I haven't watched it. Turn Goblin Slayer into a magical girl. Oh my god, that'd be quite funny. What have we got? Oh, yeah, lately I've been getting ads for politics. Oh yeah, it's because elections are coming up. The governments are spending more money on it for politics in whatever country. It's like because you've got in America, they've got the US ones that, for presidents, the next presidential election's happening this year. So they'll be advertising. And in the UK, uh, depending on how things are going, the government's going to have an election this year. So politics are going to become more and more, unfortunately. I am trying to keep it still a balanced setting on the ads for the live stream. So hopefully you guys aren't getting too many ads. We've been going for how long have we been going for? Almost, has it only been about 2 hours? Wow. We've been going for 2 hours now. Um felt longer. Not in a bad way, just felt a bit longer than 2 hours. I was thinking, wow, we've got quite a good distance on this like sketching and working it through for 2 hours. I've probably been doing more more art this time, that's why. Um, but no, they'll be happening more and more. But hopefully the ads aren't too bad. You should have probably had about 3, 4 at the most, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Did you know you can't laugh loudly in Hawaii? It has to be. Yeah, I didn't know that because I've heard that joke before. But yes, yes, Marin. It has to be aloha. So alo. But yes, still on primary school. Don't want to focus on one section too much, so let's come back here. Let's do this side. That one's just why not? And long band here, which is going to be more. Mm, that might work a bit better. No confusion would be Pokemon with Blue Exorcist. So all the Pokemon are demons. I did think of doing a Pokemon as demons episode, to be honest. Settled with SCPs in the end, I think. Although I still need to do a Pokemon SCPs Venomized. I'm looking back at videos that are series we've done and trying to see how well they're doing now because I haven't had any series explode as such yet. Caden King, what's your favorite color? And then pick the opposite color on the color wheel for that. Get you to work with something you don't like. So pick your favorite color, and if you go digitally, so uh, you can go if you go on Harmony, complementary colors, turn it up. So say my favorite color was that one, I'd be going for that red as my color for that one opposite. So that blue, my favorite, that one's the one that I'll be using. Do something like that with it. It will be a good way for you to work with something you don't normally use as well. When social anxiety kicks in after the social event ends. Wait, what? It can kick in at any time, Tegan. If you've got any form of anxiety, it can, or social anxiety, it can kick in before, during, or after. Like just at random. Well, Happy New Year, green screen. Oh, I just lost the iPad. Okay, cool. Um, Yay, green screen. We'll continue with our sketch anyway, and hopefully it'll not come back again. It's probably going to be a problem I have while I have not the greatest internet in the world. That, but please put in the chat if green screen reappears. I might not see it. Um, Hopefully it wasn't too bad for you guys. I didn't do anything major to fix it, but you know, I'm not going to complain that it's kind of working now. Yep, it's back. Give me a second. It's got plenty of power on the stuff and that, so thumbs down Dempsey. Hang on, why have you got a thumbs down on that? Am I missing something? Um, oh, have the version of Bright create a MTF inspired by like Street Sharks and TNT, but with a different group of animals like lizards, which should be added to the list of things Bright. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. While a Pokemon's staring you in the eyes, I'm hoping to get the screen back. Hopefully. Maybe my internet connection's playing up. That could be another reason for the green screen. I do apologize for the green screen, guys. It's maybe telling me it'll work for 2 hours. I don't want to do anything now. Um, but we will continue this as best we can for now. Ideally, I want to get the line art finished today. I think I'll call it a stopping point after I'm happy with the line art, or we've got the main bulk of it done. Um, yeah, it's the first live stream of 2024, so you know, I expect the green screen's decided I want to play. Let me in. Let me join in. But no, it's fine. I'm used to sorting the technical bits on the side. I used to get really stressed out when the green screen first appeared on my earlier live streams. After I got off it, I was really annoyed. Um, right, hang on a minute. Swapping the cable over. I have more than one cable. It's probably not the cable whatsoever, but it is worth giving it a go at swapping the cable over and seeing what's happening and seeing if it makes any difference. Hang on. What's important? I thought there was something important or interesting that you said in one of the community redraws, but after checking, suddenly no. Which redraw saying what? What did you think I said in one of them? Oh, that doesn't sound good, Justin. Maybe TMI, but hopefully you're okay. Um, but wait, so what is happening with the screen? Give me a second, guys. Maybe it is the computer saying no, but the battery charge is 99%. I mean, I'm not being funny. That's the best battery charge I've had in a while. And it says it's charging. Cool. As long as you're okay, Justin, that's the main thing. It's not great when stuff's in your system and messing with you. I know personally it's not the best thing. Um, Maybe Odin has put a seal on your computer, and whenever you try to do it, make yourself worthy, it's cost you. Well, I'm super worthy then, because I keep getting green screens all the bloody time on this when I'm live streaming. It's not like the computer can't handle it. It'll be the internet connection or something. It's going to be something really stupid, but hopefully it won't keep appearing and continue with sorting out this lineup. At least to get the lineup finished to then show a final lineup piece tonight. That would be quite cool. That needs to come around this way more than the other one. Ooh, excuse me a second, guys. Sorry, my jaw needs to click. He clicked a second ago and it's not clicked right. The pop cross dragon making the green screen. Ah, yeah. Ah, okay. No, no, no. Yeah, he's not mentioned in that one with the Ben 10. It has been mentioned in live streams by people thinking about Loki having the Ben 10 demon on his side or him being a member for it, but there's been no official joining of them. Look, you. BA. Did you read my joke? Possibly, depending which one it is, it's possibly lost somewhere, but apparently the green screen's back and I want to get past it being in the way. Shouldn't have these issues happening. 2 seconds. Okay, so that should be fine. We'll see what we do. If it keeps happening too much, we'll have to call it a night and finish this next time. But I'm hoping to get this done anyway. What have we got in the chat? Then what reason is Demon Vent attacking the department? Ah, that's not been revealed at all yet. That is a story for another time. It will get eventually uh, explained, but yeah, not all my stories have parts you guys know about yet. He gotta keep you guys on your toes. Not to mention it gives me something else for the storyline. So if you guys want to find out more, you've gotta want to see it. What's the boxer's favorite drink? Would it be a knockout punch? Hey, Bonita. I am working on Ida combined with Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat. We've got a green screen appearing from time to time, so I apologise for that. But we're just inking the initial design now, and then I may need to fix some aspects a bit later on, but I'm just literally going over the main elements that I've got. Um, We've basically just been doing the line art. We will be probably stopping at the end of the line art. I might make the silhouette behind it, but that's about it. Also, are you eventually going to turn Generator X, Max Steel, Ben 10, and Chainsaw Man into SCPs? Possibly if I do a Never SCP series, they could be on the list. Currently I've got the SCP Pokemon SCPs, which I don't know how well that does or not. More the SCPs Venomized for Pokemon is quite a cool one that I've got going, but I guess it's a case of seeing how well everything tends to work. There are some series I want to branch off into and use for some stuff, but I haven't quite figured all of that out yet. I messed up. What one on top? That means that's just that vagina. Imagine it's generate Rex with Terra Accelerator. That'd be interesting. Yes, I do have 2 episodes of Superheroes SCPs. I had DC Heroes for that. Yeah, if people want to see a third one of that, then I'm happy to do that. It'd probably be more famous cartoon or cartoon TV superheroes as or something like that. So we can include the wide range of them. Would probably have to be along the lines of where that would go. You connect the Commodore 64 to the internet. Commodore 64. I just have to put a device on the internet. It doesn't matter what it is, it'll just kill it. I don't know what was causing it. Hopefully it's gone for now. Like I say, if it does rear its ugly green head again, let me know. And hopefully we can sort it. But I'm hoping to finish the main bulk of this line off shortly. So we can have this done. Bit by bit. Oh, Marion, you're pulling them all out today, aren't you? Also, a Spider-Man SCP would probably involve SCP-56, making it hard to destroy Spider. Possibly, it would make sense to use that one if it's a yeah, if it's going to be that one, that would make sense to use it. Let's sort this out properly. This needs to be done just right. So I need to concentrate on something else. Just need to make sure I've got this. Erase to the right parts. Cool. So that We'll look at the chat in a second, guys. I'm just really trying to get this a little bit done. So someone got to do it. You want another one? Yeah, why not? That's a hard to show spider. Yeah, keep that speed away from me. So I'm going to create a redraw. So I'm going to create for a redraw a sea turtle warrior who fought Erenfold's grandfather, who I named Thaddeus Bainsworth. Lost, gained a fear of people, full with red hair, a beard, who wield a spear. That's quite funny since and heard about a new Bainsworth that he wants to fight but doesn't know. He has red hair, a beard, and spear. Yeah, and also Hut. Erenfold's afraid of turtles. So that's even better. That's just going to be a fight where they're scared to move. That'll be quite cool. Um, what do you get when you put a vest on an alligator and investigate? Oh my god. Uh, well, you said you're going to do another one, Marin. At least you delivered. Uh, Erenfold is terrified when the Ninja Turtles pop up in his universe. He's in a corner. Yeah, Erenfold's the type that acts brave, but he'll be bricking it, which means it'll affect his fighting quite a fair bit, I reckon. Although I've not actually put that to test in the story. It depends if that works with what I feel at the time. We never actually had Erenfold afraid of anything yet, have we? In a storyline, which makes it even more interesting. Okay. We should have just had that one wing left to do. And him out. Let's sort the wing out, and then we'll finish off with the mouth of this character. Uh, what have we got? Have you seen the new Fortnite skins to Ninja Turtles? No, because I can't get on the Fortnite on my Xbox, otherwise I would do. So if I was going to TMG, he would be a chicken in fancy art. Pretty much, yeah, Ben. He would. Bunny, it says not trying to sound rude or anything, but I'm just wondering when you will do Ben 10 Aliens to DC superheroes. If you don't remember, we talked about it last live stream again. It's on my list of suggested videos. I just have to go through and put it. I need to go through a load of my suggested videos from you guys this week, and for the next few that are coming up, map out the ones that are likely to do well. It's definitely on the list, Bonita, and um, there is a potential for it to be done. It's not rude at all. It's fine asking. There's potential for it to be done. It's just I need to put it through my selection process, and if it passes that, then it will go through and it'll become a video. Um, yeah. No worries, Kimping Creations. Thanks for joining the stream, and yeah, we'll catch up with you later. But yeah, no, it's no harm asking. It's the case. I think sometimes people think that. Well, I have noticed if I put a post out saying I'm doing this on a live stream, people are like, oh, can you do this as a video after the live stream? It's like, yeah, but the content creation process is the videos are normally planned out a little bit in advance because it full disclosure, it takes about 2.5 to 3 days to make one of these videos outside my normal working that I do. So I do a 9 to 5, and then I've got things I need to do, but I obviously in between that I draw and I work on the bits that I need to work on. So it's for the video. So scripting can take anywhere between a couple hours if I'm lucky to over a couple of days. Artwork's 2 to 4 hours depending on the complex pieces, and then editing's about 6 hours, roughly. That's not including time to record. So there's a lot involved in it. But I like doing it, so I'm going to continue doing it, which is good fun. But also, it's just a case of I've seen people go, "Oh, can you do this after you do that?" It's like it's added to the list, and and when I suck around the list, I can get to it because there's tons on the list. Um, I was showing someone the other day in person. I've cut the list down. I've taken the how-tos off the list that I had previously planned last year to put onto a new list, and it still scrolls about 4 times in Notion. So it's quite thingy. I honestly would like to hear the tales of Aaronfold's grandfather, Thaddeus Bainsworth, perhaps one of the strongest Bainsworths to ever live, told by yours truly, Aaronfold. Oh, I might have to make one now, just like the tales of Thaddeus Bainsworth. Right, let's sort this out so that I can actually do this. Can be interesting. Tooth there, tooth there. Mouth comes down like that. Around here, and then we're gonna have a bit of a gauntlet that comes here. But that's not in the right spot because I decided I know what I need to do on this. That's better. And now the only thing left, which I'm going to definitely do on a different level. Oh, that looks scary. They have a dark people in the middle. Let's see if I can get this to be level. Anything else I need to pay attention to on this design? There seems to be one fang on her face. That one doesn't seem to exist. Means it might actually be. Interesting. Okay, so I take that off. Have we got the entire piece? I think we've got that line out. I do need to make some of the lines a bit thicker around the edges to be consistent, but what do you guys think? I'm going to test that line out actually. Um, Wait, did the lineup actually hold up that time? Did I know I need to tidy this up. But did we just get a full bit of line art that didn't actually have an issue? I think we did. I think we had some line art that didn't actually really have an issue. Oh my god, that's amazing. And now I've got some lines in there that I need to sort and fit, but I did not expect that at all. That's kind of pleasantly surprised me. This is what happens when you have the line art and it works and it's all sealed. Absolutely awesome. So I can then invert that, drop a couple layers in, find a grey colour and just drop that over. It's a bit lighter grey, to be honest. And then I just want to darken the background really for the next string. Cool. And then I'm going to start working through this. I do need to sort out that. Yeah, that's interesting. Why have I got? What's that? Oh, okay. Okay, that explains a lot. Right, let's just do that with white. Wrong there. Okay, that makes more sense. I knew I hadn't sealed all these lines properly. Yeah, it's never as simple as that. I was so amazed that I like, yeah, I've got them all. It's like, no, I haven't got them all. I'd have had most of them. Like up here, there's some that's too thin potentially, which is probably these. Something closed. That's it. Cool. So yeah, it is a little bit tricky on some of these to ensure you've got your entire selection at times, but we will get there in the end. Cool. So now if I invert that, I didn't like the white lines that we were getting. There's too many of those. Once we turn the background dark, and I zoomed in, I saw the white lines around it, but I don't want the white lines around it, the illustration. So that's what we've got so far, which looks quite cool. So this is part one. I think we'll sort the colors and the flats out, and I'll save these images down the reference to save them internet next time. That'll work a bit better. Uh, how long does it take me to full art video? You literally about 2 to 3 days. Unfortunately, I'm not ahead on my videos, so same before. The artworks, if I do 3 in a video, that's at least 6 hours artwork minimum. It could be anywhere between 6 and 12 hours worth of artwork, depending on how detailed they are. And then I've got the scripting takes anywhere between a couple of hours to type it up out my head and down and put the personalities of the characters in it because I'm not doing this day in, day out, it's a day job yet. Um, and then the editing takes about half a day, and then it's uploading and stuff, so about a day. So about 3 days, I can knock it. I can knock all this out in 3 days from start to finish sometimes. Um, Bunny, I am sorting out a uh, I am sorting out a playlist, which will be like a recap one, but I'm also going to figure out a video in the next month or two that will recap where things are. It'll take a little bit to do that, but it's going to have a top level recap of it. I would recommend starting with Sharp versus Nexum, way back for Nexum versus Benny Sharp and meets him, and then just watch the videos from there up. Anything that's dinosaur mech, actually just watch them up because they tie in together. I've got to sort them all out. Um, but yeah, it does it does take a little while to do that. Yeah. I've missed something on here. Something's happening. Something about certain words tolerance let you find never one. You could replace the C's with K's and vice versa. Minecraft. Stop teaching them. If it is something like it, stop teaching them how to get past the wording stuff. You're a mod. Behave. There any list of parents and or relatives to those multiversal miscreants? That's what I'm calling them. We've got Aaronfold's grandfather, Thaddeus Baines, with anyone else. Um, I don't know. We'll have to figure them out, and then we'll see if they actually get in there. It was quite a cool concept, though. Um, but yes, it's a case of it does take a little while, and I would say if you want all the narrators meeting for the first time, enter the Splat first. It's the one with the dinosaur and like the blue background with a dinosaur with lots of like paint ink bits on it. I did that when Splatoon 3 came out, and it's basically allowed for all the narratives to meet and the dynamics to develop and then build up over time. But that was like ages back. I will definitely have to do a recap video. In fact, let me make a note of that while I. When was my pen? 2 seconds, guys. Uh, where has that gone? Close up of me, scaring you. Um, I'll do that in a minute. Make a note in the back. Recap video for newcomers. Yeah, I'll make a video and I'll also do and create playlists for it, and then I will look to start getting them put together and sorted for you guys to go back because I know some of you aren't there, haven't been here from the beginning of it when it first started going on. But Sharp versus Nexum is the first one that I had Benny Sharp show up, as in literally show up in there. Popcross was kind enough to do a few words in it, so check that one out, and you'll meet my character Nexum meeting Benny Sharp, and it'll just go from there, and it'll just build up. I think the first narrator we ever did was Dino Dinoclaw, though. I've kind of treated him badly. Nexum's became the main star, and Dino Dinoclaw's kind of like, yeah, dropped down a little bit. That's why we're going to more dinosaur episodes this year. We're gonna, pick it up. But this one's gonna have flats and that done on part 2, and then we'll see where we get to. We might actually get quite far with the colours and stuff if I think about it beforehand. But yes, this is the basic structure. So we've got a lovely face and smile built up. It's got a torn jacket, kind of like someone to have a weapon on or something. And I might make a magical item on her, like a gun or something. And it's work on it. But I think that's nearly what 2.5 hours now. I think that's good enough for a stream and a good stable point to stop. So if you've got any art questions or something, let me know now. And then we'll take from there. Tegan says, if the Monica found a demonic cat, what would she do? She'd adopt it, or she would use it to get. Well, she did find a demonic cat, and she became a member of the cult. So if it's just a normal demonic cat, she'll adopt it. If it's something like Loki, she'll probably take it back to Loki on that one. But I am liking how this one's turning out, and I will be just drop the white background on there for now, just so we can see it clearer. and I will be taking this to the next level. So I might refine the artwork, the line art just a little bit, so just the line weighting a bit more. But yeah. Honest opinion on art. How do you mean? What my honest opinion on art, or Marion? Just put that into a question because that's very vague and subjective. Caden King, what are my favorite kinds of episodes to write? Oh, I do like the Mech Armor ones with Nexum because I like doing his voice. Um, so it's a case of I based him on Red Dwarf's Ace Rimmer, so it's like, hey, you kid. Marion likes the art. Awesome. It's like, hey, yeah, you kid, you over there. Fancy buying a mech armor from the best darn mech armor creator this side, any side of the darn Mollyverse? Don't listen to that Benny Sharp fella. Come over to Nexum and I'll create you a special armor. So it's got that kind of voice to it. But I also enjoy the Ehrenfold ones because I like his voice. So I'd say Nexum's mech armor and Ehrenfold's Beast Slayers or Dragon ones are my favorite. So it's like be a fine dragon there, Nexum. I slay the beastie. So they are really fun to do. I guess those two are my main favorite ones. I mean, I do like doing SCPs and kaiju ones lately because it's a change, but deep down, I think the definitely the Ehrenfold ones and the Nexum ones for voicing and mostly for the art because they're the ones that kind of picked up and started. But I don't know. I think I quite just all the videos I do, I enjoy. I think those two are my top two at the moment. Um, Drawing Demons is quite high up there as well, but I'm not very good at Demonica's voice, so I'll put that as like third or fourth. But yeah, those are my favorite kind of episodes to write because I can really get into it. Anything that's got a good bit of lore or something that I can a new franchise that's not repeating the same stuff before. That's also really good to do. Uh, do we have any more questions? I'm happy to do a small Q&A while we're just you know sat here chilling. That's a point. While I bookmark these pages for me, just so I've got my references. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm actually awake at the end of one of these. I go to martial arts on a Monday, so the stream was a bit earlier, which means probably worked a bit. Hey, and your opinion on art? My opinion on art? Oh, my it's 11:40 p.m. in the evening for me here, so it must be something like 6:40 for you guys over there, most of you, depending which side of the world you're on. But usually I don't get in till about 9:15 on Monday. So the streams will be a little bit later going forwards. It's more normal time. It's somewhere in between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, depending what time I get back. Usually I aim for around about 10 o'clock. Um, the streams, and then yeah, that means that would be about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning by the time I finish them, depending which one it is. 5:40 for you. Ah, you're a bit further across the pond than me, Caden. Um, but yeah, it's about yeah, it's just turned 11:40 p.m. GMT, which is not too bad. Um, we've been going for 2 hours 45 minutes. Had 91 views. That's not bad considering I just put a random placeholder image on there because I didn't know what we're doing. But for the next one, I'll put this line art on there and do like coloring this um, the character. I will also potentially make this line art available and put a link to it for people if they want it once I've finished doing the outline of it, if you guys want. And then you can just print it off or color it because it's I don't mind doing that and doing a link to it on a Google Drive if you guys would like it. Just put a comment in the chat or a comment below if you fancy a copy of the line art on the live stream when it ends. turns into a video, just to remind me because I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll tidy the lineup up a little bit, make it nice and neat and tidy, and then we'll get it working. I'm hoping to make this one as cool looking as either this Bowsetti one that I did for Halloween, which took a while, but it was quite cool, or as cool looking as do where do I start the link ones go? Oh, the picture's changed. Or it's cool looking as one of these ones, like this kind of like effect on it, but push it to the next level, so make it a little bit better than what I've got currently. Which I'm also practicing around with line art and colours and stuff on. But yeah, we will see how this one turns out. Do a marathon art. How do you mean a marathon? Because my live stream last year, start of the year last year, was uh turned out to be, sorry, I thought I had a green screen on it, but it looks like it's processing from way, way back on the live stream preview. Um, so my marathon last year was what, like, oh, you mean like a Grand Prix where I do the same art every like day or something? Well, this live stream, or every week. Well, this live stream is going to go on for a couple, but for a whole month. Yeah, I've mentioned possibly doing that earlier. I think I put it in a comment as well. I'm open to doing that. I'm open to turning a month into like a whole video based on characters. Like, I don't know, February could be all Pokemon, for example, or something. Um, yeah. Hopefully it will be quite cool. It would be nice to see that in Minecraft. It would still wait to see what's determined. Depends on if my other videos work just as well. Um, but yeah, they are going to be quite interesting to see what happens on that one. So I'm looking forward to it. All exciting subs. Hopefully get the views up and get things working, which would be quite cool. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. It's been awesome chatting to you all, and I've really had fun with this. I'll have to find out whose suggestion it was from the list. Give me a second. I think it's yes, it was. Okay, I'm going to try and say this name. Today's fusion suggestion of either the Owl Lady from Our House and Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat was the suggestion left by Nicolitro Icolide Esmas. I can't even pronounce it. Basically, Nico, I'll shorten it to Nico. I came up with the suggestion. So, I mean, they put the most suggestions down, but congratulations to you if you watch the stream, and we're going to continue this next week if you get this far, which would be awesome. What do you call a Chinese billionaire? Cha-ching. Oh my God, Marin, that's okay. Right, we're going to leave it there on that one. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to leave a like before you disappear. It does help out if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you on next Monday's live stream. I'll see you on Friday's video, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. So I'll see you on Monday's live stream. Bye, guys.